The Outer Banks. Paradise on Earth.
Hey, what's going on, guys? John Skylines, and today we will be starting a brand new series, Outer Banks. This is the map that has the same topography as the real life Outer Banks, but it was shrunken down slightly so I could fit the barrier islands. Here's the real life map of it. There are some similarities in where the highways are. I'm not sure if this area is able to withstand an actual city, since it looks like a swamp for the most part, but for fictional purposes, we're going to be able to say it can. Right here is going to be the downtown area of the large city, and then right there is Roanoke Island, and then here's the barrier islands, where we have the towns of Nag's Head, Kill Devil Hills, and Kitty Hawk. And yeah, guys, so let's get into it. Alright, so the first place we're going to start at is this bay right here. The real life location name of this bay is actually Stumpy Point Bay, and right where I'm building is a small town called Stumpy Point. It's pretty much one road going through with houses on each side, but you know, this is all fictional, so we're gonna build an actual town just to start off and, you know, get rid of that low residential demand. Here we're just going through, placing some roads, making a small neighborhood over there, and yeah, just planning for future roads. Over here, I like to call this the point. There's gonna be some really nice houses here, and yeah, eventually we'll add a dock in the actual bay as well.
The Outer Banks. Paradise on Earth.
So this is gonna be a really big project, guys. I'm hoping to film most of the mainland in, and all the barrier islands, so hope you guys enjoy this. This is what the road layout looks like so far. And then we're just gonna get into zoning some commercial and eventually a little bit of office. We're gonna do some medium density apartments as well, only because the game's asking for it, so might as well. Right here, I'm placing some low density residential. We're doing 3x6 squares because that's how you get the biggest land plots. That's a really useful tip. I wish I knew that earlier, instead of having 2x6 little houses in a nice neighborhood. It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, we're gonna continue zone a little bit more of the town square and get everything we need. We're gonna place a medical center, fire department, and a nice park as a good entrance to the town. And then we're just gonna continue placing these 3x6 land plots at the point. Eventually we do change this to the beach town zoning, but at the time of me making this town, it was not released in the base game. And now we're gonna move into some row housing. I thought it would just be a nice touch, just because the game was asking for it, and you know, it's a town, it's gotta have some sort of, you know, just a little bit of row housing. And yeah, we're just gonna continue zoning this place up. This town is gonna get an elementary school and eventually a high school as well. And this is what it looks like so far. And then we're gonna move into our intersection, which I messed up on. It was super deep. It was just the trucks had way too much space overhead, so we're gonna fix that. I'm still debating on whether this is the right option, creating just like a basic intersection to get on the highway and off the highway. It looks a little rinky dinky, to be honest, but eventually we'll probably fix it and most likely do a road going over and just keeping the highway at ground level. I don't know if roads like do this in real life, but I feel like it's stupid because if it rains, it's gonna flood. So we're gonna move on over here and create our industrial park. We're just gonna keep it basic, just do some grids. Yeah, let me know if you guys think this is a good area for it. I'm still debating if it is or not. I think it is, just because as soon as you come into the, the area, and we're just gonna get these zones down. And also, don't forget your electricity and all that other stuff, because I did. Without even realizing. Oh, no, I didn't forget the electricity. I forgot the water. Yeah. But eventually we do get that added in. Next, we're going to get into the downtown area. For now, we just have a few city blocks and some roads placed just to use guidelines. Now we're gonna get working on a neighborhood that just has mainly row housing and some shops and, just some parking and little shop and stuff like that. So we're gonna make sure all these row houses are faced the same way. We're just gonna have them all in a row, the way these roads are going right now. I made sure to place them first so the row houses do get placed in that direction. Also, I'd get the zoning toolkit mod. It really helps out placing roads and what direction you want buildings to face. So, you can see me using it right now. You could select whether you want a default road with no zoning, or only on the left or right side. It's really useful. And then if you already place a road with a default, you could also use the zoning tool and then select which roads you want to have a left or right, or no zoning at all. But we're just gonna get some commercial down right there. We're just doing 5 row blocks, and then see, I don't know what happened right there. Sometimes the zoning gets a little weird if you already have something zoned right there, but we're just gonna get our electricity in real quick. Then we're just gonna continue zoning up. Next, we're gonna get our hospital in. Obviously, you can see it doesn't really fit that well. I had to delete a road, but I thought this would be a really nice spot, since that triangle is actually gonna be a huge park. That's why I put a little park right there. I need some more mods so I could do more detailing and fix up the hospital area, and also be able to make a nice park by that triangle. That will probably be in a later episode. But we're also gonna make sure this off-ramp can just merge immediately. I feel like that's going to be really helpful when it comes to traffic. And then we're just going to continue zoning up some row houses. Next, we're going to continue on expanding this neighborhood, also add a cemetery with some shops by it. And then we're just going to continue expanding the city blocks where it's going to be really high residential. And we're just going to make a few alleys right here to continue the row housing as well. We're also going to add some apartments as well, some bigger apartment areas, not too like the smaller 3x2s as well, with some shops right there. And then we're gonna do some future planning here, get some big boulevards down right there where the highway is. I'm most likely gonna add it intersection so people can get off right there, and I feel like it's probably a really good spot since we got some major roads leading into each other. But yeah, that's what it looks like so far. And then we're just gonna continue, you know, expanding this area. Alright, now we're gonna head back to the town to work on some things. At the time of this recording, the Beach Towns update just got released, so we're gonna make these houses real nice, do some beach houses all up in here since they're pretty close to the water. We're just gonna get these blocks down. Of course, doing 3x6 for the most part. This is what it looks like so far. Yeah, they look like trash, but you know, they're only level 1, so eventually, hopefully, they get better looking. Next, we're gonna just zone up this town some more, make it a little more dense, add some commercial, add some office. And this is what it looks like so far. I wish we could remove winter, but you know, it is what it is. Next, we're gonna get into fixing the downtown area, making this bay a little more round than it is right now because it just looks a little out of whack, so. Alright, and this is what the town looks like so far. If you made it this far in the video, please drop a like and consider subscribing. Also, leave a comment on what I should do with this island. Should I make it an industrial area with a cargo harbor, or should I create a beautiful suburb with big houses? Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.